is like,
Did you just say you're gonna get rid of a whole quadrant of your mouth?
no, I said this whole quadrant hurts.
Ah.
Every time I swallow,
That's what
like,
she says.
hurts.
Unfortunately, that sucks.
Dental care part 2.
That's what I was just thinking.
I'm gonna enter with. Well, speaking of dental care last week, I got some dental pain this week, and now think I'm gonna die.
I mean, that's exactly how I feel, except for I might just lose a knee. You know? Instead of. That's why I have to carry this bag with me. It keeps all my supplies, so I don't have to carry a million things, because I'm a gimp. Do you understand me? I'm a gimp. I don't have a reason to live anymore.
I understand.
Do you, Rob?
You didn't look deep enough.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's just fucking disgusting. This kid's an animal. Larry, you invite this guy?
I broke my glasses the other day.
How?
I was sleeping, taking a nap, and they were in my bed, and I woke up, and I rolled over, and crunch.
Irresponsible.
I've never had a problem. I've done it so many times.
Irresponsible.
And then, well, now they're broke. So,
You gotta be more self-aware, Rob.
I haven't been wearing them this week.
Yeah, because you broke them. Because
Yeah.
you're being irresponsible.
A little bit.
Alright, Rob. What do you got on the agenda? Because I gotta get this leg elevated someday.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Rob, you seemed like you came in with a fiery agenda.
We have the 2 topics from last week that we didn't discuss. Well,
Was it 2?
Yes.
I thought we talked about one of them, and then it was down to...
well, it was down to 1, but then I added another one.
Oh, that's right. What was it?
We got the concerts,
Yeah. No, that I know.
and then we got the trial.
The trial.
The trial.
Right. Actually, I'd like to talk about the trial if you don't mind, because I'd like to hear more about. Ow, fuck. All right. If anyone hears me swearing or if anything happens, just understand I'm in physical pain. Okay. I've torn my other meniscus. I had a good knee. I got no knees now. Okay, and I'm just fucking gimping around, like I could feel the heat coming through the fucking. It hurts, man. It's like my whole. Oh. Anyway. We live and we love. Anyway, I want to hear about this case. Not only because our guest today, Reverend Robert, has ties to it, but it's it's localish. It's in Massachusetts. Well, we'll get the details from Homeboy over here, but
Homeboy, yes.
my understanding is that today it came out that they found this woman, Kelsey Fitzsimmons, not guilty for shooting what I thought. I mean, we're gonna get the details, but she shot a guy. Supposedly that shot her first, I think, and then she shot back, and that's why she was on trial, which is crazy, because also, the more you look into this, the more this guy tried to ruin her life, like, insanely, and this poor baby that suffered in this whole situation, that's the real fucking victim, is this goddamn baby.
Yes.
I think it was 4 months when the mom got removed, and then she still hasn't seen the kid, and it's been like, it's over a year old, and it's like, that is crazy mother bonding time that is missed. That is disgusting. I hate every part of that. That is not right whatsoever. Anyway, take it away, Reverend.
Take it away. So apparently this woman was being served a restraining order by her ex-fiance, and where's it?
Can we get a location? Like, let's get some...
North Andover, Massachusetts.
Okay, and that's where the crime took place? Or... Oh, they're all cops, right? Aren't they all cops?
Yes.
Guy comes with his own facts, doesn't even come with shit
That's not
set
even the
up.
trial I was talking about.
Now there's now there's another trial. Oh.
Yeah, that's the one I know a little bit more about.
Oh, that's right. They're not the same trial.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trials going on. Right
I've only learned about this trial today.
Okay. Backtrack. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show. We are here on Smoke Break Therapy on Thursdays with Reverend Rob, and we are going to talk about some legal situations today. We got a few court cases on the docket that I can't wait to discuss. We got some locals, and I'll tell you what, Reverend's got some ties in there, and he's got a bit of information, so let's see what case he would like to start with. Go!
Well, because I'm still looking at this one, you just asked me to look at it. She was also...
Tell them what it is. We're starting over. Don't ruin this episode.
I will. Talking about North Andover police officer Kelsey Fitzsimmons was found not guilty today for assault with a dangerous weapon. Boom. That trial. Because apparently, I just found out, she was also a police officer too.
You idiot. We just said that like 10 minutes ago. I said they're all police officers.
You fuck.
Oh my god. This is why I can't work. He's not even a good actor. What is going on around here?
I'm a great actor.
Not anymore.
You're a terrible actor.
Oh, I did you see how I stayed on script, mother?
Took place in her home in North Andover last summer.
Why was it in her home?
What?
Why was it in her home?
Because she was being
Weren't they
served...
broken up?
She was being served a restraining order by her ex-fiancé.
Like he served it himself?
That's what it sounds like.
Isn't that illegal? Like that can't be illegal, right? You can't do that. That's weird.
Shouldn't
be able to do
there
that.
We go. No, we're getting more details here. As I'm reading the article. She was shot by fellow North Andover officer Pat Noonan as police entered her home to serve her with a restraining order from her then-fiancé.
Why did they... They can't just enter her home to do that either.
Justin Alayanen.
There's so many things wrong with this already.
She was stressed about the officers taking her 4-month-old son. And claimed she pulled the gun toward herself in a mental health episode.
Suicide,
Earlier this week, Noonan testified that she pointed her service weapon at him and pulled the trigger. There was no round in the chamber, so the gun clicked but it didn't fire. So the officer thinks that she, the one on trial, Kelsey, pointed the gun at her and fired it, but there was no round in it, so it just clicked.
And that's not what every other witness is saying?
Well, that's what she's not saying. She's saying that didn't happen.
Oh, that's what she's not
She
saying.
said, I wanted to take my own life. I never pointed the gun at a fellow police officer. It never happened.
No, so that is what she's saying then. Jesus Christ. Stop fucking with me.
What?
So she's saying she did the mental... Like, she's claiming the suicide thing.
Yeah.
You said that...
Heard it backwards. Listen.
Let's just start over. Let's
my God.
Let's just start... This is ridiculous.
Why are we
this
starting?
Because it's going to be so much chopping. I can't deal with this shit.
You're so much chopping.
Do you know how much chopping is on my block right now?
A lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Smoke Break Therapy. Tonight's guest, we have Reverend Robert, and we're here to talk about some legal issues, some court cases on the docket. We have, of course, Kelsey Fitzsimmons, and that was big. We also have a nice close one to Dr. Reverend Robert.
Yes.
He's not a physician.
I'm not a physician.
Welcome to Smoke Break Therapy, the most professional podcast in the world.
If you say so.
This is the Smoke Break Therapy Podcast. A show where we sit down with the fam to discuss important topics while getting super deep to Pastor Jay.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Reverend, where would you like to start?
We're going to start with the first case that I have open.
Ooh.
We're reading about right now. The Kelsey Fitzsimmons. She was found guilty as of today. Sorry. She was found not guilty as of today. Sorry.
We're getting somewhere.
Yes, we are. She was found not guilty for assault with a dangerous weapon.
Mm-hmm.
The police...
Where is this?
North Andover, Massachusetts.
Interesting.
And it happened on June 30th, 2025.
Oh, okay.
She was shot by fellow North Andover officer Pat Noonan.
Fellow, so they're all officers.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
As police entered her home to serve her with a restraining order from her then-fiancé, Justin.
Again, I feel like they can't just enter her house even if she is getting... I feel like that's illegal, right? Like, you should Google that on the side. I want to know if that's an actual crime. They can't just enter her house to serve her. Like, they have to...
She could have invited them in.
Why the fuck would she do that? She was already freaking out they were going to take her baby.
I think maybe because of the restraining order, she was worried they were going to take her baby. because
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because automatically, if you have a restraining order, I think they get involved or whatever, the
Right.
child services. By the way, it's fucked up what happened to this lady. Just she's not guilty, obviously. That's what they came out with. But like, she's a new mother, right? And
baby
she
was 4 months old. At the
4
time.
months old and removed from her, and it's over a year old now, and she still has not seen this baby. What if that baby was breastfeeding? This whole thing is so fucked up. This guy tried to ruin her life. It's so fucked up.
She got shot twice too, in the chest.
In the chest, which is crazy to me that she was still like we saw her on the news today, and she was just like, that's not what someone who gets shot in the chest looks like. Damn.
Fitzsimmons said she was stressed about the officers taking her 4-month-old son and claimed she pulled the gun toward herself in a mental health episode. Earlier this week, Officer Noonan testified that she pointed her service weapon at him and pulled the trigger. There was no round in the chamber, so the gun clicked, but it didn't fire. Fitzsimmons testified that, I wanted to take my own life. I never pointed the gun at a fellow police officer. It never happened. Officer Noonan said Fitzsimmons tried to get another round in the chamber and started to point the gun at him again. He fired 2 shots at her. One hit her in the chest, the other missed.
Damn. So, oh shit. How many cops entered her house to do this?
Doesn't say.
I'm looking for more details here. I mean, we could always watch the court. We should do a thing like that. That's public, right? I can use that audio, can't I?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just on court TV.
Yeah, right.
Just a TV show.
That's interesting, though.
She took the stand, and when she asked why, she decided to take the stand. She said, I feel like it was my only moment to finally say what actually happened.
Good for you, girl.
Because
What's
she handled the direct questioning for about 90 minutes.
Not bad. Damn.
And then the prosecutor cross-examined her for about 20 minutes before the defense rested.
So what's it going to take for her to get her kid?
That's a good question.
So I think that's what's important here. We won't even talk about the amount of money she should get for all the... Didn't she get, like, false imprisoned for, like, a good amount of time now?
She was in prison for, what, 100 and...
Yeah, something like that.
It was like 103 days.
Yeah, you should get some money for that. I mean, obviously, and your kid got taken. Like, fuck.
Right.
Jesus.
She testified under direct questioning that she just wanted to be alone with her firearm.
She said, what?
She testified that I wanted to be alone with my firearm.
Fuck does that mean?
She said she was confused what was happening, but knew something was going on because the officers who she worked with at the North Andover Police Department knocked on her door and said they needed to come in.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. They can't just come in. They said they needed to. Why? Why?
They handed her the paperwork, and she saw that her son was also on the order. I knew in that moment I was going to have to hand my 4-month-old to a police officer to be brought out of my house. She said.
I mean,
Fitzsimmons
honestly,
says
I would have freaked the fuck out, too.
Oh, I would have too. It's my kid. Fitzsimmons said she lied to her coworkers about where her guns were located, saying they were in the basement. Her attorney asked why she did that. Because I didn't want them to take them away. I wanted to be alone with my firearm to take my life. I made that decision as I realized I'd lost everything in a 15-second conversation with my coworker.
That's some crazy intense shit.
She testified that she kept handing the officers items she was gathering to make them go away. I knew if I pulled out my firearm in front of a police officer, I would get shot. That was not my intention, and that's not what I did. I was trying to get them away from me so that didn't happen. So they weren't put in that position. I'm not dumb. I was a police officer. If someone takes on a gun in front of you, yes, that's a threat. Yes, that's probably someone you feel threatened from.
I don't understand. So is she claiming she didn't... So if she's saying she was going through the mental life... Like, she was going to kill herself, right? That's what I got.
She wanted to kill herself.
She said she wanted to kill herself, and then she was trying to get the cops to go away. So how would the cops end up being there when she had the gun on herself if she was waiting for them to go away?
Fitzsimmons maintained that she only wanted to shoot herself, not her fellow officer. I put the gun up to my head, she said, adding that Officer Noonan walked into the room as she pulled the trigger. He said, Kelsey, no. Kelsey, no. I pulled the trigger. I'm sorry. But I said, fuck. And they asked what happened next. I got shot.
Why would they shoot her after? Oh, well, she still has the gun.
She still has the gun.
Yeah. But that's crazy.
Her and her fiance met through Facebook, went on a few dates, quickly hit it off. He's a North Andover firefighter,
I was gonna say, is he not? I thought he was a cop.
but is currently on administrative leave after Fitzsimmons' defense filed security camera videos that appeared to show him smoking in their yard.
Oh God.
Is it fair to say he broke up with you via a restraining order? She answered yes.
Oof.
I did not speak to him. I realized our relationship was over when a restraining order was handed to me.
Wow, that's sad. Wow, her whole life, man.
She began her testimony by going through her background, becoming a law enforcement officer. She graduated from Fisher College's criminal justice program in 2020, worked for Fenway Park Security and campus police.
It's typical.
Wanted to go to the
Massachusetts
police
version.
academy, but COVID ruined that, and she was unable to. Instead, she attended 3 semesters at Massachusetts School of Law. Later, was able to attend the academy and worked for the Essex
I
County
was about
Sheriff's
to be like, how
Department
did she become a cop?
before being hired by the North Andover Police Department.
Mm.
The first witness was Maureen Teresi, a retiree who was Noonan's neighbor. She testified that she asked him what happened with the North Andover police shooting. He said, "I'm the shooter." He said that he had no choice and she had a gun pointed at him when he came into the bedroom. Told that Fitzsimmons' gun clicked and he wasn't going to let her get a second shot off, and then he was going to shoot her. The neighbor said, and I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. Teresi also testified that Noonan referred to Fitzsimmons as a fucking whack job.
So, the guy, can we see all the characters here? Like, can we see a picture of her? Can we see a picture of the guy who shot her? And can we get a picture of the father there? Because he's kind of, isn't he the cause of all this, really? He's the one who filed
Right.
the restraining order. I see a lot of flashing over there.
You too. This is her, and this is her fiance, Justin.
Okay, and this is the guy who filed the restraining order.
Yes, this is her North Andover firefighter boyfriend, fiance.
He's tall. Or maybe she's short, I don't know.
Right, it's hard to say. I mean, that's a fire
Big
truck in
height
the background
difference,
for
though.
reference, but
Big height
there's a
difference.
difference.
Now, new questions. He filed this shit. Like, is there actual grounds to do that? Like, I don't. Why?
Right, there's more that we haven't. There's
Right, I
more we
wanna-
don't know yet.
I would love to find out. Also, let's see. Yeah. Okay.
That's the officer that shot
Okay.
her.
Okay.
The one that your wife showed us earlier.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what? And this is Kelsey Fitzsimmons, as everyone knows.
Didn't we just see a picture of her?
Yeah, we did. But I had that pulled up already,
Jesus
so calm down. The Officer Noonan's neighbor,
What was she? What's her involvement?
he talked to her, so they brought her up to the witness stand.
So?
She had shit to say. You don't remember?
Anything good?
She testified that, she asked him what happened with the shooting. He said, "I'm the shooter." He said,
Oh, that's the one who said that?
Yes.
Oh, pff. Nah.
and then he called her a fucking whack job. During cross-examination, the prosecution pointed to comments Teresi made online about there being a setup from the get-go, comparing it to the Karen
It
Reed
does
case.
feel that way. It doesn't feel like Karen Reed's case, but it feels like a setup for sure.
The prosecutor also asked Teresi to read a comment she made on a North Andover Police Department Facebook post celebrating the female officers on the force. Wow, let's hope they stay safe from their colleagues.
Oh boy.
Kelsey Fitzsimmons' mother testified. She was called by the defense. She was asked questions by Martha Coakley, the former Massachusetts Attorney General.
I know of this Coakley.
Paige, her mother Lauren Page, said that her daughter was sad and confused because her then fiance Justin blew her off when they had planned to meet earlier in the day. Paige had visited Fitzsimmons earlier on the day of the shooting and returned later after getting a call from her. She said she saw police cars and an officer holding Fitzsimmons' baby. The officer handed Fitzsimmons' son off to Paige and was then told by an officer to give the baby to Justin and his sister. I heard a gentleman say, "Kelsey, no, and then 2 gunshots.
What do you think the motive is? If this is a setup, right?
Right.
Like, what do you think the motive is behind these cops? Like, is it just to...
I don't know.
maybe maybe if they got paid, but I don't think it's gonna end up being like one of those kind of cases. Where,
Right.
like, yeah, I think it's gonna be like more, if anything, colluding. I don't
Yeah,
know if that's
probably.
the right word, but it just like I don't see the fireman, though we don't know anything about him. I just don't see him all off the bat as someone that's gonna pay a bunch of cops to take out one of their coworkers. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
just doesn't fit the bill right.
She spent weeks in the hospital with a collapsed lung and was later charged with assault. She chose to have a bench trial, with Judge Karp deciding her fate instead of a jury.
Interesting. And then that was probably smart, honestly.
I mean, it seemed to have worked out for her.
Because, yeah, no, that's smart because the jury of your peers is a lot more open. But
Yeah.
like, you gotta hope you got a good judge and not
Right. The
a
judge
piece,
could
yeah,
be.
a piece of shit judge. You know,
Could
that would
be.
suck.
Some judges can be pretty biased.
Very.
So, she did
Some
get
are
lucky.
also 104. Like they'll like, if you leave it up to them, they'll put you in jail for that nude you sent. Like,
Right. But that's the end of that article from CBS News.
oh, yeah. To just what are you branding on here? You know what? Fuck.
And this
you.
article was posted yesterday, not today, after the verdict was reached. Just, laying out all the facts so people can
How
understand.
about you get me more facts?
How about you get your own fucking facts?
What are you paid for?
I'm not paid for anything.
You are paid in scrumptious hugs and secondhand smokes, and you know what? You love
When have I ever?
every second of it.
When have I ever gotten a scrumptious hug? Never. I figured out why there's a restraining order.
Thank God.
Her fiance claimed that she had assaulted him and threatened the life of their child.
Threat. Oh. What does she say to that? What's her? I'm sure she's given a statement on what, when that happened.
Let's see.
Just ask. Does she deny it? Or something.
It was an 11-day trial. Oh, 3-day trial with 11 witnesses, sorry. 100 exhibits shown.
Interesting. 3-day trial, 11 witnesses. Okay. What court was it at again?
Lawrence Superior Court.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She waived her right to a jury.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Again, smart move, I think.
I saw my baby go, my fiance, my dog, my house, and I knew it was going to be my job too. She was feeling very...
What does that have to do
That's
with
why she
what she says about the restraining order?
Well, that's why she wanted... getting there, but I'm finding out more things.
We already knew that shit.
There was no body camera worn at the time of the incident.
Oh, that's not... I feel like that's not right.
While delivering his verdict, Judge Karp said the Commonwealth's case left him with reasonable doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps the Commonwealth could have easily met its burden if the officers had been wearing body cameras.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the kicker right there.
That's facts, though. I like this.
I mean,
judge.
having the body camera shows clear as day what happened in the moment. Without that, he said, she said, now you have to prove who's right.
And someone shot in the chest.
Right. Someone actually got shot. The other person says they got shot at.
By the way, where's the bullet? Did
Right.
did they prove that someone else, like the other gun
They
fired?
would have a bullet from her guns.
Right. Then they said the first one didn't go off. Did the second one?
Right. They said she was trying to fumble for another round.
And he said he wasn't going to let her get a second shot.
Right. It's
Corruption, bro.
You can't find anything about what she said anything about the restraining order.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
What else do you know? Any other facts? We'll follow up on this. This is beautiful. I like this court stuff we do.
She describes the feeling of being shot in her chest like she was drowning as her lung filled with blood and her
Ooh.
coworkers labored to save her life.
Oof. This poor baby, man. This poor baby's got like there's so much. Oh, it's terrible.
She said she was trying to kill herself after she was suffering severe postpartum depression.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's true.
Yeah.
The kid was 4 months old. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
absolutely. Wow.
Unfortunately, all too common.
That I honestly didn't even think of that. That's
I
terrible.
didn't either.
Wow.
There were 3 officers that came to her
They
home.
basically pushed her into killing herself, honestly, with the whole postpartum shit. Like,
That's probably why her fiance couldn't deal with her anymore, because she was just depressed.
well, now he kind of sounds like a dick.
Well, yeah. I mean, to break up with her via restraining order,
I mean, yeah, that's true. He's the guy who ruined her life. He is the dick. That's right. I forgot. Yeah.
but yeah, there were 3 officers that came to her home.
So that's right. Okay, so there's 3 officers. Not one had their
Right.
cam on.
Right. Nobody.
Like, come on.
I don't know if North Andover police are required to wear them.
I think all police should be required to
should.
wear. Like,
No
what
question
are we
about
talking
that.
about here? And what's the argument not to? You know what I mean? Like, what?
Right.
Well, does it make your job harder? Because it should. If you think that, like,
Right. This should
don't
be-
do anything wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
If you
Like,
do your job right all the time, then you shouldn't have to worry about anything.
yeah, it shouldn't even be like a. You shouldn't care. Like,
Right.
I could see if I could understand the reason they'd be afraid of it. Like, meaning, like, you don't want a boss who's then gonna, like, nitpick every little thing. Like, if you're going 10 over the speed limit or you run a red light as a cop, you shouldn't. But, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Those minor things.
yeah, and if I could see they don't want to get nitpicked, but, like, seriously, just do your job better, I
Usually,
guess.
if you're just doing your job, then we're not gonna go through and shuffle through your
Right,
footage.
right.
But
You know, I don't know. Well, I do know, but, you know.
she says she was blindsided by her fiance, and she said she was packing for her son, and it set in that her whole world was crashing down on her. Justin just broke up with me via restraining order. We have a wedding in 4 months.
Oh, my
Caden
God.
is not going to be with me for 2 weeks. That's an eternity for a mom, especially a new mom.
Oh, that's right. They're not even married. They're gonna be married.
Yeah, they're 4 months from their wedding.
Wow.
The restraining order
Tragic.
even dictated that her dog should be kept away from her.
What? Who? What?
My baby gone, my fiance, my dog, and my house. I knew it was going to be my job too.
That
Whatever I was accused
I don't
of
underst-
wasn't good because there was a restraining order.
well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, she doesn't sound like she even knows what she's accused of, and
Yeah,
he
it
sounds
doesn't-
like he made up some haywire shit that just ruined this chick's life. What does he say? Does he stick to what he fucking?
I don't know. She realized that she wouldn't be able to afford the house she shared with him on a single salary, and she wouldn't have time as a new mom to work lucrative overtime hours. She's a rookie cop who'd only been on the job for 2 years, had been scheduled to return to work the next month.
Boy, oh boy.
And that's the 2 of them somewhere on vacation. She said in the moments after deciding she would shoot herself, she repeatedly attempted to get the officers away from her so they wouldn't be harmed or involved. She said when the gun didn't go off, she started to say the word fuck, and then the officer shot her. I couldn't say anything, I couldn't breathe. Why? Why did you do that? She said she asked the officer, who held her hand. It hurts. It hurts.
Ooh.
I felt like I was choking, like I was drowning,
Oh my God.
noting the bullet punctured her lung. Inside the ambulance and in the hospital, she kept telling people, I'm a fucking idiot. I tried to kill myself with an unloaded gun. And that's her dog. She said at first she fought the medics when they attempted to give her an oxygen mask because she didn't want to be saved. But eventually she relented. She recalled getting flown by helicopter to Mass General, where she would spend the next 53 days recovering from a gunshot wound, which required 5 surgeries to repair.
Oh man.
Noonan testified on Monday and Tuesday that she pointed her gun at him and pulled the trigger, but he wasn't wounded thanks to the gun jamming.
Can't they just check the fucking gun and it
think.
should still be in the same state as what it was
Right.
left? You could tell.
He said Fitzsimmons then tap-racked the firearm twice, finally getting a bullet in the chamber, and so he fired off 2 rounds until she dropped the gun and fell to the floor.
It just doesn't sound believable.
No. She also claimed, the officer also claimed that he believed Fitzsimmons was shooting at him so she could get downstairs and kill her then fiance.
Was he downstairs? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. A statement that drew a stare down from Fitzsimmons in the courtroom Tuesday. She said she didn't want to involve anybody in her suicide. I wanted to take my own life. I never pointed a gun at a fellow officer. It never happened. And he testified that he sought the restraining order because he was afraid that she might harm herself or their son.
Probably because she was depressed with postpartum. Yeah.
Her lawyers claimed that she was suffering from severe postpartum depression after having just given birth 4 months earlier.
It's a thing, man.
And it was only last week that she decided to have the judge decide whether she is guilty instead of a jury of her peers.
All right. Well, I am interested in getting more details, but I don't think I'm going to get them out of this tech boy. So
Apparently not.
I'm just going
You
to
just suck.
give you guys an update later on when we Google some shit better than him.
Good fucking luck.
Oh, thank you.